We went to a beach that was right near our hotel, and we were walking on the boardwalk, and it says do not walk on the boardwalk at night. So of course we're walking on the boardwalk at night. And so we were about halfway across this boardwalk that kind of had a bit of a culvert, a swampy culvert, which is why it was there. And my girlfriend saw this light, and it looked like just a round light about this big, but it was like fluorescent. It wasn't the yellow glowing lights like they talk about. It was egg-shaped like this, and it was fluorescent, like someone was holding a flashlight. Okay, so we're watching it just because we figured someone was coming up off the beach. No big deal. Well, all of a sudden this light is just, I mean, it took off. I mean, this light is just like, whoosh, and then it did a 90-degree turn and came towards us. And as it got towards us, it turned into, and I mean, on my mother's grave, this is true, because I couldn't, if it wasn't someone with me, I would have talked myself out of what I saw. And as it came towards me, it was a person, and it had a cable, it was a male, and he was all gray. But he had a cable knit sweater on, like an old fisherman cable knit sweater that had the hanging sleeves, and it was long, and it came in between the knees and the hips, and he had like a flowy pant on, almost like a thin beach pant women would wear, you know, and he had loafers on, the old loafers that have the stitching, you know, around the front and a little leather bow tie. And you can see this, and he had a very strong face, but he didn't have any expression in his face whatsoever, none. His face was not smiling, it wasn't sad, it wasn't angry, there was just no expression. And as he came up to us, you can see him, like I can see you, and you should have been able to hear the footsteps on the boardwalk because it's all wood, and it's hollow underneath because we're in a culvert. And when we realized that this wasn't a real person, unfortunately, we ran like little schoolgirls. Unfortunately, I look back at the event now and I really wish we hadn't, but it was so real and it happened so fast. And it was an incredible event. I mean, incredible event. I can't explain it. I know what I saw. No one can ever tell me any different of what I saw. And I will never alter from that because I know what I saw and experienced. And then when we ran, we got to the end of the car was parked right at the end of the boardwalk. And we jumped in the car, and because the wood stops right there, you should have been able to look up and seen this person if it was a real person. And there was nobody there. There was no one there. I mean, we actually got out of the car and we looked around, and there was a house right there. So we thought, well, maybe it was a man that was in the house and he was just taking a walk. But there was no one there. There was no one there. There was no explanation for it. You know, because we're going to go to the science side of things before I'm going to go to the mediumship side of things. And I did that. I took away everything I could, all the possibilities I could in thinking about it, and there's no explanation for it because there's nowhere for that man to go. He had to come back, continue walking past our car to even go past or into the home or anywhere because we were parked right at the end of the boardwalk. He was just gone, gone. So I don't know what he wanted. He didn't say anything. I don't know who he was, but I know what I saw. So that was another one of my interesting experiences. So yeah, yeah.